EYL versus ATL, a $100 million fight that nobody saw coming. And I want to get right into it because we got the biggest black financial literacy platform and the biggest black financial literacy and wealth building city on the biggest black media platforms. So it's just black, 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 big, big, big all across the board. And I just need to understand where all of this is going. I want to talk to you about it, get your thoughts, your opinion, and I want to share some of mine because mine seem to be going against the grain because it looked like we got people picking sides, we got arguing going on, and you know me, I just want to add the number aspect to all of it. So that's what we're doing here today. But before we dive in, my name is Albert, or Albert the CPA, or Albert C. Hurston Jr., owner, founder, CEO of Right Choice Accounting Solutions. I run it with my amazing, immaculate, beautiful wife, Lauren, and our amazing team. And we got Chrissy and Rachel in the background today to make sure I don't go too far left or right. Got to keep a couple black women around. Anyway, diving right in, right? So I like to start these type of conversations by saying all of the disclaimers. I'm not picking a side because I literally love both. We're here in the Atlanta metro area, and EYL represents exactly what Right Choice represents, is financial literacy for our people. So I ain't gonna be on the internet saying nothing bad about both sides. That's not how we get down anyway. But I do want to urge both sides to consider a few things because it seems like such an obvious partnership, and a lot of times we find people who are obvious partners, who are logical partners, where the win-win is clear as some type of beef. And it looks like we've gone there. We got EYL saying some stuff on the Breakfast Club. Of course, Atlanta wasn't finna take that. So now they clapping back. And now the fans and the followers and people picking sides and they talking about Atlanta and why Atlanta don't appreciate nobody. And they talking about EYL and how EYL give platforms to all these grifters. Y'all know what grifters are? Yeah, scammers. Like they giving, like, all of this stuff is going on, and I don't know why it's getting ugly, and I don't know why any of this was necessary. But I do think we losing sight of the main thing here, and it's black success, black financial literacy, and black empowerment because that's what Atlanta all about. That's what EYL all about. That's what the Breakfast Club all about. So it seems like we just went left where we need to be coming center. Anyways, so we do have a lot of like ego here, right? Would y'all say this is ego is posturing? Because it seems like just from my read, and I won't put words in anybody's mouth, seems like EYL feel like they deserve better treatment, and it seems like Atlanta want to prove to them that they not special. Atlanta want to prove like, look, we Atlanta people do events here all the time. I think Atlanta might be the second or third largest event city, so they pretty much want to be like, look, man, if y'all don't come, we gonna be fine. Cause y'all, if y'all don't book it out that weekend, somebody else gonna book it out that weekend, so we don't need you. And I think when we get to that point to where you saying I don't need you and you don't need me, because it's true. InvestFest can go somewhere else and be just fine. In Atlanta, they had the let me see. In my notes here, they at the Georgia World Congress Center, what's the name of it? Um um um, um Anyway, that don't matter. They're one of the big convention centers, and again, somebody probably will book it, or they'll do a concert there, or something will happen there. So listen, it's not about who needs who; it's about following procedure, right? So there is a way to get sponsors. There is a way to partner with the city. Now, I don't have backside or insider information about if EYL, the guys at EYL have tried reaching out and been denied, or if they fully expect that they do so much work and they so big that they get to skip steps. But either way, there's a way to do things, and it's a way to talk to people. And I'm gonna just be real. Like, getting on the biggest media platform and calling somebody out don't ever really make them interested or excited about coming to the table and partnering. But I do want to get to the numbers without all of my yap. Silence my phone because of course every time, y'all know how it is, every time I get into somebody gonna call every time. Jesus Christ. But I'm gonna just run through the numbers and I have them written down here, right? So on Breakfast Club, I think they said they bring an estimated $100 million in economic empowerment to the city. When they come, $100 million of money just moving around the city. Now that's not a validated number on my end, but even if it's half of that, even if they come and it's 50 million, I just want to say like that's a lot of money. So we got them pretty much estimating their own impact at 100 million, and they paying 4 million out of their own pocket. If somebody paying $4 million to bring $100 million to the city, I think the city should pay attention to that. I feel like that's a good thing. Now, I don't know how true those numbers is, but even if it's 50 million, even if it's 30 million, if they bring in 30 million of impact to the city, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's good for the city, and we have to be able to see that. Now, I can obviously say that don't mean you get to skip all the steps. That if it's in the committee you need to be talking to, if it's an office you need to be getting with, if it's somebody you need to be reaching out to, like the impact don't really skip you past that stuff, because I think this speaks to a larger thing, right? There are there's like this unspoken beef between people who are career people and people who are entrepreneurial people. And I think we don't talk about it enough. On our call, we were on a TSP call, and Lamar kind of alluded to this a little bit. Lamar Tyler, TSP, he was just talking about how there's two different versions of entrepreneurship, right? So there are the people who are your professionals, your 20-year career people, your pretty much, we have worked our butts off to get to the positions of power. And then you have the entrepreneurs who create something, grind it out, work more hours, figure something out, and they kind of take the elevator or maybe the jet. Some people take a jet, but they're the people who take the stairs to their position. Then it's the people that take the elevator. And there's like an inherent beef there, because a lot of people are resentful towards people who didn't work as hard as they work and they're on similar or higher levels. So there's that. So sometimes you have people who work, like EYL specifically said, like, we've been coming 6 years. And there are people who've been working 20 years who probably need to approve your application. And you saying 6 years don't mean nothing, because it took them 20 years to earn the right to be in that role. So I think there's some resentment and stuff that almost always goes unspoken in these things, because people just want rule followers, just want you to follow the rules. And a lot of time entrepreneurs and that spirit, they try to like say, buck the system, we against the rules, we go around the rules, blah blah blah, and that clashes. And I think some of that could be playing a little bit of a role here, but that's beside the point. Back to the numbers, because we got to estimate 100 million, say it's 50 million, say it's 30 million. It's millions of dollars into the economy, and no one will debate if InvestFest is good for the Atlanta economy and what they bring to the city. With all of these black people coming out to learn financial literacy, you can do everything you want to do at InvestFest. You can put your stuff on and go stunt. You can go learn. You can go, what they call it, they peacocking. You go peacock and walk in the room at like, oh the God, blah, blah. You can do all of that in InvestFest. If you want to learn, you can get that. You want financial literacy, you can get that. If you want to just try to prove, you want to rent your Lamborghini and go out there and sit out in front, like, yeah, I'm somebody. You can do all of that stuff in InvestFest, all the stuff that black people love to do. So it's good for the city. Now, the other side, because I think, well, no, let me get into the confirmed numbers before I skip ahead. So here's the numbers that are verified. We know it's 275K in direct capital to entrepreneurs, right? We got pitch competitions, we got scholarships. So at InvestFest, we know at least $275,000 are going towards entrepreneurs. We know there's 400 plus vendors. We know that they selling tickets. There's expected 40,000 people this year. So even if it's half, 20,000 people, 30,000 people, any of this stuff is substantial. It's August the 7th through the 9th. If you're thinking about buying tickets, I think they still have tickets available. So if you're thinking about going, you can go still at this point, because I looked it up yesterday. I think you can get regular tickets for $300. Go get you some financial literacy. But 40,000 people over 3 days. So think about what that does for the hotels, the airport, the Uber, it's just a boost, the restaurant. Like, that's bringing so much money into the city. And like I say, InvestFest is huge in the black community, and it's InvestFest. So if we can remove egos, we can just see what it is. And the other side, like EYL, again, because I ain't picking no side. Atlanta is Atlanta. And I know social media be like, this is the new Atlanta. And they like, Charlotte is the new, better Atlanta. And Houston is the blah, blah, blah. No, Atlanta is Atlanta. It's Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola's here. Like, you can have Coca-Cola, you can have Dr. Cola, you can have Mr. Cola, you can have John Cola Jr. Coca-Cola's Coca-Cola. Atlanta is Atlanta. Atlanta is black excellence. Your client base is here. And if you move it out of Atlanta, you will be just fine. But it will not be as big as it would have been in Atlanta. And I think we can all say that's just by the numbers. Everybody ain't catching them flights. A lot of your people are already here. This is literally where people come to do what you're doing with InvestFest. So I think there's literal easy partnership. The city wins, and EYL InvestFest. Y'all win because you come into a city that's built for what you offering. So that's why I love to say, or would love to say to y'all partnership. Everybody need to just take the egos out, get off the radio, get off the internet. Please ignore all these people who are arguing on y'all behalf, because as we know, the leaders have to step to the back room and let the other people fight out front, because while they're out there fighting, it ain't nothing. Typically nothing. Ain't no loss of life. Ain't nobody beat nobody up. Ain't nobody did nothing to nobody. There is nothing that can't be solved with the right conversation between the right two people. So I just want to just urge everybody, because this is a lesson for all of us, right? This is how you see ego and hurt feelings. Because I do feel like, I was listening to it a little bit. I feel like he felt like Atlanta was doing something to him, that he had earned something he wasn't getting. And we all know how that, Right Choice is a company of black women. We can all relate to feeling like you've earned something, you've proven yourself, you've done all of these things, and you're not getting what you deserve. And then you can point to people who not doing as much as you doing, who's getting stuff you not. We can all relate. So I think there's some of that. So when you hear somebody talking like that, if your ego's not in it, like, the representatives from Atlanta could have called and been like, nah, it's not that, it's actually this. You know what I'm saying? But this is Atlanta. Atlanta is a lot of, like I say, we in Atlanta, we love Atlanta. They working this dope. You can cough, it's okay. We know you're a human being. Not you being embarrassed because you got human. I was gonna say, let's clown it. You got, what's that new flu? You got a Hivacha virus? Anyway.
Not that you have COVID, but COVID is what got you holding your cough.
Oh yeah, COVID got you scared to cough.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna be watching the video and think Right Choice sick. Anyway, back to it. But yeah, so I would just say, like, Atlanta, you could have just put your arm around them, or somebody reach out and be like, no, like, it ain't that. It's just, it works like this, and we haven't seen your application here, and you haven't talked to these people. Let me connect you with this. If ego wasn't involved, but this is Atlanta. In Atlanta, we have to be careful to not even say that we from Atlanta. All three of us live in the Atlanta metro. But you may run into an argument, like, if I'm from Alabama, y'all. Chrissy is from, you a native to Atlanta area. I ain't even gonna, you ain't said I could tell people where you from, so I'm not saying it. But she from a place in Arkansas. Arkansas. She from Arkansas. But we all here because of what Atlanta represent. I wanted to raise my kids here. So, sidebar, back to that. Because Atlanta is Atlanta, and Atlanta is a little bit standoffish. Atlanta can be a little bit classist. Atlanta can do all of these things because Atlanta has to protect the idea that they are Atlanta, and there are perks and benefits of being here. And yes, Atlanta do love homegrown talent more than they love outsiders, but they typically embrace outsiders as long as you come in, sit down, don't be moving stuff, don't be coming like we let you in here now. You know what I'm saying? We let you in here, come in here and be quiet and sit down. So Atlanta do have that energy, and for the people who not from here, who have come here and built, like Lauren and I, my wife and I, we've come to Atlanta and built the kind of wealth that we'll be passing down to our kids. And we did that because of the black excellence level of Atlanta. And we can't front like Atlanta ain't have no part in it. And I think when people can remove egos and be like, I'm this and I'm that, you can actually see the value on the other side. And when you can see the value and you respect each other, you can actually see how natural a partnership is, how it's worth both sides time to, like, hey, we might have misunderstood each other right there. Like, nah, I heard that. I know you feel like maybe we giving stuff to people, and it's just these people actually following this process, or they know, you know what I'm saying? Like, just somebody being the adult, somebody being the person that reach out. Because again, y'all know how it is in the black community specifically. That pain hurt deep. Like, when you feel like you've earned it, you already worked harder than everybody to get there. You already did all of this stuff and blah blah blah. We doing this and we bringing all this, and you still gonna front on us? You gonna not, So anyway, all of that aside, I do think, like, the lesson is for all of us, like the viewers, the outside people looking in, we need to just learn from this stuff. Like, ego truly can be the enemy of partnership. Ego can be the enemy of development. Ego can be the enemy of success. And as you can see, we tied them numbers right into there. That's literally by the numbers. Because we looking at two different entities that's about to cause themselves sick. They about to cause themselves serious money that they already don't figured out how to make. And by all intents and purposes, it looked like they gonna do it to prove each other wrong. Where you could just be like, hey, keep bringing that 100 million, estimated 100 million to our city. And we're going to make sure that the city partner with you and we're going to do it. We just going to come together. And I'm sorry that you had to go scream on the loudest media platform. We wish you wouldn't. We wish you wouldn't have had to feel like you had to do that. But like somebody just need to call it. Somebody need to say it. And they still coming. So they'll be here at the point of taping this. We taping this on July 24th. I don't know exactly when it'll come out, but they'll be here in a couple weeks. Yeah. So somebody go over there to InvestFest, find them brothers, talk to them, be like, hey man, we love what y'all doing for our city. Y'all come over here and y'all just apologize for trying to embarrass this city like that. And I think once an apology is like, man, you done went out there, you done tried to embarrass us, you done talked about us in front of everybody. Apology need to be as loud as the embarrassment because that's disrespectful. Yeah. Chrissy, like I rock with you. If you go somewhere public and talk about, if I do something hurt your feelings and you don't come to me, but you go on Breakfast Club, you know what I'm saying? Right. And talk about how I wronged you. I got a couple choices. I can try to put all of my emotions to the side and be like, dang man, I'm sorry. But you went on Breakfast Club. So now you potentially, if other people considering going to Atlanta, they might pass and go on to Orlando. I think Orlando might be the big. Well, no, Vegas is the biggest. I'm wild. But you know, like they may go to Vegas, they may go to Orlando, they may try to go to Houston instead of coming to Atlanta. Anyway, like trying to embarrass me. You know what I'm saying? You trying to embarrass me, and I ain't deserve that. And like that's what it is. But I think the lesson here is ego. I'm gonna get out of here because I feel like I've been talking a long time. I think y'all get my point. It's just much better to be partnered. It's like when people have when it's hard to find people who bring value to the table where everybody can win from the partnership. And I think when you have those people, there's just such a natural fit for each other. I think somebody on one of the sides, ideally both sides, can come together and say, hey, look, we better together. Because at the end of the day, y'all better together. And I don't care what the people on the internet, what the blogs say, what the Breakfast Club comments or the post or all of these people y'all don't know talking about y'all, this CPA in the Atlanta Metro that Atlanta don't know and EYL don't know and Breakfast Club don't know. Now I'm talking about it on my YouTube. It's just all these people are talking about stuff that should have been a quiet conversation in the back room, in the boardroom, something like that. So let's get ego. And again, I ain't gonna tell nobody not to feel their feeling because when you feel wronged, it's important for you to understand why you feel wrong. You just got to be super careful to not speak out against somebody who providing you the opportunity. Because again, I do want to say this point: InvestFest wouldn't be as big without Atlanta. I'm gonna just call it what it is. If you guys wouldn't have built that here specifically, it wouldn't have grown as fast and it wouldn't have grown as big as quick. Now, y'all two brilliant brothers, I know y'all would have figured it out, but let's not contribute the Atlanta part of it all because I think they from New Jersey.
Oh, don't give me.
Yeah, but y'all ain't even from here. I'm not from here either, so I'm not but y'all ain't even from here. Y'all grew that here because y'all know what here is. So it's important to everybody just no ego, y'all, no ego. All right, so is that it? I think that's it. And I don't know how long I've yapped, but this feels longer. This feels longer than normal because I can't stand this. I can't stand when because these are the powerhouses, right? These are the powerhouses. It's just, oh man, partner. it's like shoot, just come together because y'all coming together impacts even us in this room. Yeah, for sure. Come on, man. Jesus. Anyway, follow me on. Like, comment, subscribe. Drop your thoughts in the comment. Follow me here. Follow us on Instagram. I have a new AlbertTheCPA Facebook page. Please follow that. I think I only have a couple hundred followers there. Instagram, TikTok. YouTube, TikTok. They trying to get me dancing on TikTok. I ain't doing it, but I'm gonna be over there. AlbertTheCPA everywhere. Go ahead, please support that. Show that you enjoy the content. Like, comment, subscribe here. Make sure you subscribe here. And if you are a business owner who wants to understand how to run your business by the numbers, I did write a book specifically for you. It's none of that mumbo jumbo. It's literally a 300-page plus textbook written by a CFO for CEOs to understand exactly how to run your business. The beautiful thing about it is I took that over 300 pages and I made it less than 100 pages. And of course, if you're someone who's just ready to be served, you're tired of learning, you need to find that right accounting team, that right payroll, bookkeeping, fractional CFO, tax strategy, tax preparation, all of that within a team that can manage it all at the highest level. Make the right choice. And I think that's it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I will see you soon.